WWE wrestlers with zero aura. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Number 10. Santos Escobar. When Santos Escobar was first called up to the main roster, there was a ton of excitement amongst fans. Escobar was fantastic in the ring, and there was a firm expectation that the main roster audience would gravitate towards him. Unfortunately, that really hasn't been the case. Escobar's run hasn't been abysmal, but the crowd just isn't connecting with him. WWE have tried to get Escobar over, and this has included faction runs in the LWO and even a feud with the legendary Rey Mysterio. Escobar lacks character and direction, and this was on full display when WWE aired SmackDown in Scotland. Every wrestler on the show received a great reaction, but that was the exception of Escobar, as the fans couldn't care less. WWE needs to go back to the drawing board when it comes to Escobar and work out a way to make him connect with the crowd, because as things stand, his current presentation just isn't working. Number 9. Carlito. WWE had every reason in the world to bring back Carlito in 2023. Fans have been crying out for a final WWE run for the former Intercontinental Champion, and his nuclear pop at the 2023 Backlash event was justification for the WWE to offer him another run. It's been clear based on his booking that WWE have had zero idea what to do with him. Carlito was just lingering around other members of the LWO as a babyface, and when he turned on Rey Mysterio, fans hoped that things would change, but nothing has. Carlito lacks credibility and legitimacy, and his current storyline on Raw, where he's pretending to be a member of the Judgment Day, seems to be like a cheap carbon copy of the R-Truth storyline. There's been rampant criticism aimed at Carlito's in-ring work on social media, and whilst this may seem harsh, his in-ring work just hasn't been up to par, and it's understandable why WWE won't permanently commit to booking him in extended matches. Number 8. JD McDonough. The Judgment Day has been a major success for WWE. The second version of the stable, featuring Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, took all four names to the next level, and nobody could have ever predicted that this stable would get over to the degree that they have. Unfortunately, not everything about the stable has worked, as honorary member JD McDonough just doesn't cut it. JD has talent and he can certainly wrestle, but the crowd just isn't invested in him like they are with other members of the faction. This isn't necessarily JD's fault, as his character work and in-ring work has been at the level needed to get over, but something is missing, and it's the element of uniqueness. JD has nothing about him that makes him stand out against other members of the roster. When the Judgment Day inevitably breaks up, it'll be interesting to see how JD is presented, and it would be in WWE's best interest if they offer a slight repackage to JD with the aim of getting him over with the other main roster audience. Number 7. Karrion Kross. From the moment WWE brought back Karrion Kross in 2022, it was made clear that Kross was someone the fans were to take seriously. Kross would instantly be presented as main event talent, and his re-debut saw him gatecrash a segment between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. A subsequent feud between Kross and McIntyre completely flopped, as the matches were incredibly lackluster, yet this didn't stop WWE from giving up their plans to make Kross a major player. Over the 2 past years, Kross has feuded with elite names including the aforementioned McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles. Each of these names is a former world champion, yet none of these have resulted in Kross fully connecting with the crowd. WWE have even given Kross his own faction known as the Final Testament. The stable features Kross, AOP and Paul Ellering, yet fans couldn't care less. When SmackDown took place in France, their entrance was met with total silence, which was saying something, as the French crowd was labelled as one of the hottest crowds in WWE history. It's hard to determine how to fix Kross, as WWE have given him endless pushes and every single one of them has been unsuccessful. Number 6. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. WWE have struggled with booking Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson since their return. They're an established tag team, yet WWE refuses to commit to giving them any actual tag team feud that has anything meaningful. WWE's latest plans with the duo is giving them a run in NXT, as well as repairing them with AJ Styles. The issue with repairing them with AJ Styles is that WWE have done this endless number of times over the years, and the reunion just doesn't hit as strong as it should. The two struggle to get a reaction from the crowd, and a major contributing factor to this non-reaction is a lack of character. The two have zero character outside of being friends with AJ and have prior successful runs in other promotions. This isn't enough for a WWE audience, and the two could be doing so much more if the WWE just invested some creative effort into their booking and personas. Number 5. Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso has become a household name since his dissolvement of the original bloodline. Jey has firmly been accepted as a top guy, and this confirmed every time Jey makes an entrance on TV, as a crowd comes alive. Jey has also been a legitimate draw, as he's often been one of WWE's top merchandise sellers, and he's even the face of certain marketing campaigns such as the 2024 Money in the Bank PLE. The same can't be said for his brother Jimmy, as over the past year, Jimmy's heel character has been a complete misfire. Jimmy turned on Jay at SummerSlam 2023 and his character motivations were so insanely weak that the fans instantly switched off from anything he did. In the subsequent months, Jimmy just lingered around and WWE completely stripped away any credence his character had. The eventual payoff to the Uso vs Uso feud was heavily panned, and now WWE are planting the seeds for an Usos reunion and a Jimmy face turn. This is 100% the right move, as Jimmy has been in an awkward, lifeless place since his 2023 heel turn, and WWE need to fix it before it's too late. Number 4. The Pride. The 3 members of the Pride, those being Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, are amongst 3 of the most talented names on the roster. When Lashley is a singles act and when the Street Profits are a tag team, they're incredibly over with the audience. Yet since the trio grouped up, it's just not been clicking. The trio get a positive reaction, yet the aura of the 3 respective names has drastically been hindered since they formed. WWE wanted the trio to be the top heels on SmackDown, yet this failed, as the crowd didn't want to boo an established name such as Lashley. Their run as a babyface trio has lacked any meaning or substance, and their feud with the Final Testament went on for what seemed like a lifetime, and nobody came out of the feud in a better position when they started. B-Fab joining the faction was likely designed to freshen things up, yet this has done absolutely nothing for the group. B-Fab has very little character, and it's never been fully explained why B-Fab is even linked to the group. It would benefit everyone if the WWE either went in a completely different direction with a faction or decided to break them up. Lashley is a main event star, and Dawkins and Ford can either be reinserted into the tag title hunt as a duo, or they can go their separate ways and carve out their own careers as single stars. Number 3. Shayna Baszler. When Shayna Baszler lost to Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 36, everything began to go downhill for the former NXT Women's Champion. Baszler over the past 4 years has been mainly a staple in the women's division, as she's had an endless array of partners, and it's unlikely that Baszler ever receives a singles title run ever again. During her time in NXT, Baszler had a defined aura and she was presented as this unbeatable titan. This hasn't been the case on the main roster, as she rarely wins matches, and if she does win a match, it never leads anywhere significant. The crowd had completely lost interest in investing Baszler, as she's a name that barely receives a pop when she appears, and it'd be a tough task for WWE to revert Baszler back to how she was presented and received during her initial NXT run. Number 2. Shinsuke Nakamura. Between 2017 to 2018, Shinsuke Nakamura was a name in which WWE were presenting as a total megastar. Nakamura had a strong initial debut on the main roster and even won the 2018 Royal Rumble. When Nakamura turned heel following his loss to AJ Styles at WrestleMania 34, this is when the aura of Nakamura began to fade. Nakamura lost major title match after major title match, and this trend has continued throughout Nakamura's journey on the WWE main roster. Nakamura's latest world title push came in 2023 when Nakamura feuded with Seth Rollins. Whilst Nakamura's work was passable, it was a foregone conclusion that Nakamura wasn't winning the world title. In 2024, Nakamura has only won 1 singles match, which is a shocking statistic. WWE are in a difficult position with him, as his booking has been so flat and lifeless over the past couple of years that even if he is sensed in the main event picture once again, not a single fan is going to be convinced that WWE will go all the way with him. It's a sad state of affairs when it comes to the king of strong style. And number 1, Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa has been given the keys to the kingdom in WWE over the past 12 months. Sikoa was given the win of a lifetime when he defeated John Cena at the 2023 Crown Jewel, and now he's rumored to be getting set for a WWE title showdown with Cody Rhodes. Although Sikoa's booking has been strong when it comes to his promo and character work, the same can't be said for his win-loss record. Following his historic win over Cena in 2023, Sikoa went on an extended losing streak as he went for months on end without winning a single match. This was completely baffling and a complete waste of a victory over one of the WWE's biggest names. Sikoa's push has received vast criticism, as some believe that Sikoa isn't ready for the big time. This criticism does have some merit, and Sikoa only recently has struggled to receive a noteworthy reaction from the crowd. It also hasn't helped that other members of the Bloodline 2.0 have overshadowed him, and with the insanely talented Jacob Fatu debuting on the main roster, this is only likely to get worse for the son of Rikishi. But there you have it, folks, 10 WWE wrestlers with zero aura currently on the main roster. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.